Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a masterclass on building modern AI applications. We're going to start with the huge opportunity that's just opened up and then get right into the nuts and bolts, the specific tools you need to build a professional-grade AI system from scratch.
And look, the whole thing kicks off with this really powerful call to action. It frames what we're talking about today as something way bigger than just another tech project. It's about a chance for developers, anywhere in the world, to make a real global impact. It's about seizing a revolutionary moment, and you do that by building. And that revolutionary moment is right now. Why? Because there's been a massive shift in the industry, one that's unlocked this incredible opportunity for developers everywhere. The entire landscape for AI apps has just been completely reshaped.
So what exactly happened? Well, OpenAI just made its super powerful custom GPTs free for absolutely everyone. This is a huge deal. It tears down a massive paywall that used to limit these kinds of apps to a tiny market of subscribers. All of a sudden, the potential audience for your specialized AI agent isn't just a few people, it's millions. Okay, let's get into how you can capitalize on this.
To really jump on this opportunity, you can't just cobble together a simple, one-off app. The demand could be enormous. What you need is a solid, scalable foundation, a reusable blueprint that lets you launch new, professional-level AI services quickly, and more importantly, reliably.
And that brings us to the core idea here, a reusable microservices template. Think of it like a pre-built chassis for a car. The engine's already there, the security systems are wired up, all the basic plumbing is in place. All you have to do is focus on building the cool part, the body of the car, your unique application, right on top of that solid frame.
This whole blueprint really rests on two key pillars, and we're going to break them both down. Pillar number one, securing who gets to use your application. And pillar number two, managing how all the different little pieces of your application talk to each other. If you get these two things right, you've got a foundation that's basically unshakable.
Okay, first up, security. Look, if you're building something for potentially thousands or even millions of users, you can't just wing it. You need a professional, industry-standard way to manage who your users are. And the cool thing is, modern tools like FastAPI give you everything you need to do this right out of the box.
It all boils down to two simple ideas: authentication and authorization. Authentication is all about identity. It's the system asking, "Who are you?" and checking your ID, your username and password. Authorization comes next. It asks, "Okay, you're in. Now, what are you allowed to do? Are you a regular user or do you have admin keys to the whole kingdom?"
So how does this system handle all this? With something called an access token. And honestly, the library card analogy is perfect. You go to the librarian, you prove who you are once, that's authentication. They give you a library card, that's your access token. From that point on, you just flash the card. You don't have to prove who you are every single time you want to borrow a book.
But here's the really clever part. These digital library cards, they don't last forever. For security, they have a really short lifespan. A lot of the time, it's just 15 minutes. After that, the token expires, it's totally useless. This is a great security feature because even if someone managed to steal a token, they'd only have a tiny window of time to do any damage. All right, so our users are secure. That's one pillar down. But what about the app itself? You see, a modern application isn't just one big blob of code. It's a collection of many small, independent services. So how do all these different pieces talk to each other without creating a total mess?
And this is a serious challenge. Imagine one service needs to tell 5 other services that a new user just signed up. What happens if one of those services is down for a minute or just really busy? How do you make sure that message still gets through without creating this tangled web of connections that's just waiting to break?
The answer, and it's a brilliant one, is a tool called Apache Kafka. Think of it like a central nervous system for your entire application. Instead of services yelling directly at each other, they just send a message or an event to Kafka. Then, other services can listen to Kafka for the messages they care about. It completely separates them, which makes the whole system incredibly tough and easy to scale. And this slide right here shows you just how much easier this stuff has become. Seriously, what used to be a total nightmare to set up, something that required a ton of specialized knowledge, is now radically simple. The barrier to entry has just been completely demolished. Because of a tool called Docker, you can now spell out your entire Kafka system, the server, the cool user interface, all the networking in one single, easy-to-read text file. The big takeaway here is that this incredibly powerful nervous system isn't just for huge companies anymore. It's in your hands now. It's accessible to every single developer.
So let's bring it all home. We started with this massive new opportunity created by free custom GPTs.
Then we walked through a scalable blueprint for building on it, and we looked at the key tools like Fast API for rock-solid security and Kafka for communication that make building this stuff easier than ever before.
So what are the big things to remember from all this? Well, the world of AI just shifted, and a huge opportunity is on the table. A microservices blueprint is your ticket to grabbing that opportunity, letting you build fast and scale big. And the professional tools you need to do it, for security and for data, are more accessible today than they have ever been.
So, you've got the blueprint. The tools are there for the taking, and the opportunity is staring you right in the face. The only question left is the one right there on your screen.